Hey Virgos, welcome to your reading. I'm trying this for like the third time. I've been having some technical difficulties and other things going on since yesterday, so I trust that everything is good now. But if it keeps cutting out, then I will just have to skip this whole reading because maybe it's not meant to be, but I'm just giving it another go. So I'm doing this reading for, I put it for February just to keep things a little bit organized here, but time is fluid, so if you're seeing this now in the middle of January, it could be for you at this time, it could be for the end of the month, it could be for next month, or for the few months coming up. It could be different for everyone, and it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. For this reading, I just felt like using a lot of my oracle cards, so there's not really much tarot in this one. If you're interested in a tarot reading or any other sort of personal reading, please contact me as soon as possible, because another reason I'm doing this video early is I'll be leaving on travels soon and I won't be able to bring all of these cards with me. So usually that's the way I live, but I've been, lucky enough to be in somewhat stable situations this year where I've been able to do these readings and have all these tools with me. But yeah, that's gonna change soon, so I'll probably be bringing a tarot deck with me or something, so I might be able to do some videos, or maybe some different videos, or perhaps I will just take a break from it. I'm not sure yet, so just contact me if you're interested in a personal reading. And if I'm not making any videos for a while, then you'll know that I'm just off doing something else, and I'll be back at some point. So okay, so let's see what came out for you guys. So at the crown of the reading, I like to use the Earth Warriors Oracles, really beautiful cards. And you have Nana Buluku, she rests to create. So this is about how you're spending your energy. It could be that you need some rest. It could be you need some downtime before having a more active cycle. Or it could be just being aware of what you're putting your energy into, because there's some things we can put our energy into that will revitalize us and give us back energy in some form, even if it's transformed. Or it could be maybe you're putting your energy into something that is just draining you and you're not getting energy back, you're just losing all of your energy. So that's something to be aware of. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this passage from the book of this deck, because I find it's really beautiful cards and really beautiful writing as well. So your energy is a precious resource, and there are ways of being that can enhance it, amplifying it and replenishing it. Give yourself sufficient rest and you shall find the way forward more effortless. Explore the lifestyle that grows your inner resources, rather than requiring constant exertion and exhaustion to accomplish an endless list of external pursuits. You need this shift in being now because you are ready to accomplish more. For this to take place, there needs to be less effort and more wisdom. Trust and value what can be accomplished through rest. You have more than enough energy to bring to life the sacred visions held within your heart. An increase of energy and peacefulness is indicated. You're guided to choose high energy people, places, and purposes. This does not necessarily mean that which is highly stimulating, or rather it refers to that which regenerates you with peacefulness and joy. Give generously to yourself to be able to give generously to others. You have unusual ideas or ways of being that suit you, but may not suit others. Work with what works for you best without trying to force yourself to conform. This brings well-being and creative success. So there you go. And I just want to read one more quote from the other side. It just talks about the name here. So we have Nana Baluku. She is the African grandmother creatrix, the supreme feminine creative principle. She created the universe, then rested. So, you know, it's just the balance of where you're spending your energy and your resting and your use of energy. So just be aware of that around this time. Okay, so, and then I pulled from the Spirit Animal Oracles, and we have the Whale Spirit, Trust a Great Mystery. This beautiful card, it came out as well for someone else as like a secondary message, but this is all about, trusting in what you can't see or feel, or, you know, it's sometimes it's difficult not knowing where you're going, what you're doing, how things will manifest, but we have to trust, and it's not always easy. So I'm just gonna read one quote here. It says, "Whale Spirit is the keeper, singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When Whale Spirit appears, it's a reminder that there's a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it." So this is about getting out of the mind, getting into the heart, and even, you know, not knowing, just not knowing. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that we can't quite understand sometimes, but just keep trusting. And then we have Dawn, New Beginnings. So that might be for some of you. There might be a new cycle coming up here. It seems like there's a lot of new beginnings for a lot of us for this new year, this new decade. Energies are shifting. So this is about releasing the old, anything that's not working for you anymore. And if there's anything you've been thinking about doing, or you know, a project, an idea, it might be the time to take a risk and initiate right now, because that's what I'm feeling. It's a good time to start something. There might be some doubts, there might be some uncertainty, but sometimes you just have to go for it, and then you just trust, right? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. And whatever you desire is possible. Just remember that. And it might not be very clear, it might not be easy, but you can get there, whatever you desire. Okay, and then I got into the Angels and Ancestors cards, and the first card that we came out, Shaman, Trust in Higher Forces. So again, we have trusting, and it's a little bit similar to the Whale card, Trust in the Great Mystery. It's different decks, but it's basically a very similar message about having, you know, we have these guides and angels and things going on behind the scenes, and things come together in certain ways, meeting the right people, being in the right place, doing the right thing, and you know, it's just about trusting that it's going to happen. But you have to follow your heart and your intuition in order to get there as well, and to have the experiences that you want to have. So you might be on the verge of a miracle, but you have to believe. You have to put your faith and your trust into these higher forces. And, you know, it could be a good time for you to communicate as well. Ask for what you want to these whatever you believe in, angels, the universe, energy. Ask for what you want, and it's the only way we can receive is to ask. And then in the middle we have the Wise One. Grow within your current situation. Beautiful. So I haven't seen that one too much, so I will take a look here what it says. This is about being reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The Wise One represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, it's the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you, wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The wisdom of the Wise One is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you're being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You're being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that it is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Beautiful. So keep at it, wherever you are. It could be a challenge, it could be a project, it's happening to teach you something. And then we have the Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Now I have seen this one a few times. This is about being more gentle, perhaps taking things slow and steady. You want to breathe. You want to flow. It's like calling the ninja within, but like a monk, the Shaolin Master has respect for all things. He's disciplined and guided by his art and will never use it to impress the foolish or to appear stronger than someone who is threatening him. You two are being invited to remain graceful in your movement, choices, and actions. You're being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? Can you slow down or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward? All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next. So it might be a time just to take things easy, gentle, won't make anything too sudden, anything too forceful or aggressive. Be respectful. Slow down. That's the main message here. And then I asked for like a last advice card or something you need to know, and we have Father Sky, trust in the unknown. So again, we have a message